Season 1 of Ahsoka has come to an end, and so I'm here to talk about the season finale with you guys, which if you haven't seen, just dropped on Disney Plus a couple of hours ago. I'm going to go into talking about what I liked about the finale, my overall thoughts on the show, and what I want to see going forward. Without further ado, let's get into it. But like I said, if you haven't seen the episode yet, full spoilers. Here we go. So at the end of the last episode, our Rebels crew was reunited and heading towards getting Grand Admiral Thrawn and hopefully stopping him from escaping and going back to the galaxy that we know and reestablishing the Empire. And Morgan Elsbeth is a Night Sister now, so things have really escalated a lot in the last few minutes. And once that happens, we have a sequence where Thrawn tries everything in his power to try and make sure that Ahsoka and Sabine and Ezra do not get to the Star Destroyer, which he's escaping in, and he's about to jump to light speed because the cargo that needed to be loaded is complete. So now it's a very dire situation and a very time-constrained situation. And what you essentially get here is a big action finale. It's exactly what it built up to, and it's a pretty good one, I would say. It manages to maintain its focus on making the characters develop along the way. Certain things that characters have been working towards the entire season, they get to have those payoffs over here, particularly Sabine, because she's been struggling with the Force and being a Padawan the entire season and wanting to become a better Jedi. She's not very skilled. Hu Yang says it very early on in the season. You're like the worst one, the least skilled. So it's like, okay, great. What could possibly go wrong over here? But least skill doesn't mean no skill, so I guess you get your opportunity. And she does manage to get everybody out of some tough scrapes. She helps out quite a bit in this episode. Now, I really liked what you got with the whole sequence. You have the team eventually taking on the night troopers. You have them, struggling against Morgan Elsbeth. There's a big fight that's happening and the ship's getting away, and then Ezra's having to jump using the Force that Sabine is pushing him with. There's a lot that happens, but really, as it comes to an end, unfortunately, Thrawn does get away. Now, this is not a surprise, because you know that, again, I've talked about this in the other reviews of the episodes, you know what this is leading to. So naturally, you know that certain things are going to happen a certain way, even if we don't necessarily want that for our heroes. But it's not all lost, because this was always a two-pronged mission. It was stopping Thrawn, getting Ezra back. Those were the two things. Now, Thrawn got away. But on the plus side, Ezra got back. He managed to make it back. He makes it back to Chopper and Hera, who really, it's a lovely moment, especially Chopper, because he senses, I guess, through the suit that it's Ezra, and that little recognition moment when Hera realizes that it's Ezra was really cool. That was lovely. That was really, really nice. But at the same time, Ahsoka and Sabine are stranded on that planet, and so now they have to figure out a way to get back, even though it's gonna probably take a long, long time to do it. Jyn Hati is making some kind of a mini army of her own with the other mercenaries that are there, so that's interesting, I think, or at least they seem to, provide some kind of haven for her. Meanwhile, Baylan Skoll is off on his own pilgrimage, and God only knows what he's gonna do. But unfortunately, and this is where things get a little somber, Ray Stevenson is no longer with us. And I've really loved what he's done with the character this entire season. And unfortunately, we're not going to see him again. I don't know what's going to become of the character going forward. I don't know if they're going to do a recasting or something, but I don't think you should. But I do love what he did with this character, and we've really lost a fantastic actor. And it's heartbreaking because you see the final shot, and there's this promise of something else, and now that he's no longer with us, it's not something we're gonna get to sort of realize. And just deepest condolences. May you rest in peace, and thank you for the great performance that he did give us. Overall, what did I think of season 1 of Ahsoka? I really, really liked it. I thought it was great. I have some gripes with it. Some episodes were not as focused as others. There were some moments where things were a little too conveniently done, or certain times where the pacing was not quite as tightly, paced. But I think overall, what we got with this story was something that managed to work out really, really well. And I think that Dave Filoni and co did a really, really great job with it. And I'm excited to see what else is in store for Ahsoka. And I think there's still stuff to do. I also love the final shot of the episode because essentially you have Sabine sensing something, and you have this beautiful moment where she sees the starlight coming down from the sky. And she doesn't really know what it is. She stops for a second and she's like, oh, it's just shadows in the starlight. Eventually they both turn around, but you know that they've sensed something. And when the camera eventually is like going back and you're seeing them walking away, you see Anakin, this Force ghost, looking upon it. I thought that was really, really beautiful. So yes, I'm a very big fan of season 1 of Ahsoka. I don't think it's the best Star Wars TV season ever, but it's damn good. It's up there, and I really, really enjoyed my time with it. A few flaws here and there, but overall, I'm very pleased with it. And I'm gonna give Ahsoka season 1 an A-. And that's the wrap on the Ahsoka review series. This has been a blast to talk about with you guys. Last few weeks have been really, really fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Look forward to more videos very, very soon. What did you guys think of the Ahsoka finale? Let me know in the comments down below. Did you guys enjoy this entire season overall? Are you excited to see what comes next? What happens with Thrawn next? He's on Dathomir now. Oh, forgot to mention. Thrawn escaped. He's on Dathomir. Last thing before the video wraps up. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe. Thank you very much once again, and may the Force be with you.